Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome. And welcome, everybody. Devika, Nazia, Imani, Suhashri, Paromita, and uh, a very happy International Women's Day to all of you.
Thank you.
Good to see you all dressed up and with the banner behind. And Himani is giving me a very different smile that I shouldn't have said this, but that's fine. Let's have we were trying to uh, launch this Guftugu series from quite some time now. And including speaking to a lot of people in the industry and other walks of life. And what better day to do it today, given that our organization has so many women employees. And so we thought that we will do a Guftugu conversation with some of you. So happy to see you all, and it is an honor and a privilege to speak to you all on this good day. And having said that, I have some questions related to that part itself, and let me start this discussion going. Paramita, what do you feel when what happens today? I mean, we've been celebrating Women's Day for so many years. So, what gives you a kick today when you wake up?
So this day is especially for us, though with my age, I think every day is a Women's Day, and we make sure that we are recognized and appreciated, which is very important for us. But there's a kind of a celebration to the day, because everyone makes it a point to make you feel special, and that is what is great about it. That I see the little girls getting really excited about the day, and which I think is different from my times, and that gives me a lot of joy.
That you speak about your time as if those have been like decades ago and all.
It is, of course.
Yeah, but
decades have gone.
Yeah, leading from there, Paramita, I also saw some comments, and I see it every year, where a lot of women, and this is for you, Nazia, where women say that why do you want to celebrate this one day, and what is so special, and why should you demarcate one day separately for us? And what is your view? Should we still have this day separately, or why not every day, like Paramita said? Why not just have Women's Day every day?
I think, like in my generation, we are actually struggling with everything at every phase of life. So one day, there has to be one day where everybody makes us feel very special. So for me, Women's Day is something that one day I need to have an off for myself.
So do you don't cook today? What special happens?
Maybe I'll tell my husband to get food from outside and let's celebrate Women's Day, because we are filled with a lot of responsibilities before marriage and after marriage as well. So we need a day off, and we need to celebrate this day very proudly and happily, because more than men, we are struggling, and we are giving too much to the society and the world and the family and everybody.
Right.
So I think there has to be one day.
Yes, I agree. And so, Devika, what challenges you feel, just out of the college, and what do you feel as a woman the challenges have been, and how to break those barriers in your personal life and work life? How does it work for you?
I guess personally, being a financial independent person is very important in this world right now. And at the age of 25, you have to ask your parents for your monthly expenses is not easy. Like, you yourself feel that you should be independent. Either you are a boy or a girl, but you have to be independent. You cannot say that just because I'm a girl, I deserve something, and my brother is a boy, he has the responsibility to earn and look after himself. So girls also should feel that they are responsible for their own finances. That's it. That's the one thing which I was thinking about after passing college, that how would I be this person I want to be? That's it.
Right.
And
So
even
has
my
it
parents,
changed in the society?
yeah.
Does it still happen that if being a woman, you're not supposed to probably earn? It's okay if you don't earn. Does it still happen?
It depends from city to city. Like in Calcutta, I guess people are more progressive compared to Jharkhand or Bihar. They give you a lot of respect if you are earning and you are an independent person. But in Jharkhand, I guess people are still looking at a working woman as a person who is arrogant, who is egoistic. Like people are not ready to get married to a working woman in
Oh,
few cities. Yeah, it's a point. Like if a person is earning, I guess she is an egoistic person. She will do like, this is my money, this is my earnings, I will spend it according to me. Even like few doctors are feeling such problems. Like uh, cases of domestic violence are very common in our country. It's because of the ego. Like both the persons are having this gender issue right now, and it's mainly because of money. If you're earning money, then there is a problem. If you're not earning money, then also it's a problem.
yeah,
That's it.
true that. And Subhashi, what's been you're still, in the final stages of your career studies, so to say. So what does this mean for you? Have you been celebrating this day? And how special do you feel today as being a woman?
Of course, like I think I'm the youngest in this team right now, and of course, there has been burden, and I'm the only child of my like parents. So there has always been a certain sort of not burden, I would say. It's a certain sort of responsibility on me to like stand behind them and to help them throughout, like no matter what. So yes, for me, I think I would term this day to all the girls out there and the ladies as well, to be independent, to do in which you are happy, and always make sure that no one like looks down on you. So that's the main thing I would like to point out. And of course, in India, as like Devika has mentioned, that like India is a place where like people don't visualize women as like a lady who achieves everything in life. So there has been many stereotypical barriers, including the individual like barriers and the lifestyle choices, of course. Like when a woman works, in sense, she should also devote her time to her family as well, which is not mandatory for like a male. So a woman has to do both the things, like to handle her family, to handle her work life, children, and so on. So I think so this particular day should be like celebrated for all of us to cherish and to respect and to gain the recognition we women have like. So yes, I would this thing. Thank you.
Right. And so Himani, so coming to you, uh, you have worked in corporate world, and then you took a break, and then you also are now working again after that break. Uh, how difficult is it for a woman to restart their career uh, once they have taken a break for whatever reason? I mean, and that's a very typical. I know Paromita would remember a long time back when I started this entrepreneur journey. The first big project that I wanted to work on was for women with a career break and restart, and which I've so far is still trying to work on it. But how did you feel? How difficult or easy it is to restart a career?
I think restarting a career after a break, it's difficult for a boy and a girl both. It is not very specific to women. Unfortunately,
No, but
our
the males do not take so many career breaks, right? So
right.
women, because of their social situations and other things, they tend to take more career breaks than male.
Right. Right. So, I think it is difficult in our job market, specifically in India, because I feel when you are not working, definitely you lose out your hands-on practice on certain skills or technologies wherever you are working on, and companies find it little hesitant to give chance to women coming after a break. Even if they get a chance, then it's not that up to the mark what they used to do before the breaks. So it gets little demotivating, I think. At times, the entire ecosystem of our society, our job market needs to be redefined. And see what best can be done so that equal opportunities even after a break is given to a woman. So that's my experience. So I think it was little difficult and it continues to be difficult for many women in India, specifically if I talk about.
Right. So let's talk about something inspiring. And Nazia, if I know, what was, as a woman, what has been one inspiring moment, or one or many, I don't know, but is there any moment you cherished and you were very inspired to be happy to be a woman? Is there anything that comes to your mind?
I think for me is the appreciation that we get from the society. Even in my workplace, I was very appreciated for what I did for the people, and people used to get motivated with what I did for them. So I think that was one appreciation that I will always remember, and will continue doing that all my life.
Right. So Paromita, some message if you want to give to men at large. Let's start with there and then we'll take the messaging. So what do you would like to tell men today?
So I'll start by saying something for women.
Okay.
Women should not, use the woman card to take advantage, I feel. And similarly, I think, this whole thing about equality, somewhere I think the ego comes in play. Like out of my experience, I feel men are still unable to accept a woman leader in their mind. I mean, we see so many examples of that. So that is one thing, like, while I think the woman should behave and not take advantage and expect privileges, the men should also give a fair playing ground and accept superiority, like they would from another man, and not put some woman down just because she's of a different gender. So that would be my message.
Sure. Devika, what about you? A message that you would like to give to, let's say, companies at large, generally, which you see the job market, you would have seen the campus placements, or the companies that you've been associated with generally. Any message to them about, the companies try to do a lot of things, but some of these are only, tick in the box, or they just want to, they're not sincere about it sometimes. So how does it, what, if you were to give a message to the companies at large, what would that be?
I would say that give a woman a chance, because of pandemic, everyone is working from home. So even men are working from home and women are working from home. So the amount of work is same, and the amount of time dedicated for work is also same. So how can we judge that just because a person is from a different gender, she is not working? She is working and she is contributing to the family, as well as men are working and being a part of the household these days. We have seen that because of the pandemic, many people have changed, and a lot of men are helping their wives, and both the partners are working, and it's been a better year for women, I guess. A lot of husbands have become a nice person. They have become compassionate towards their partners, I guess. And
absolutely.
Team, I guess our team has a prime example like Varsha, Nupur, Jyoti, Himani, Nazia. They all are appreciating their partners a lot. So I guess Andrula would also appreciate. After 1 week, we have to see how is our experience. But I guess lots of things have changed, and we should give women a chance. Like corporate world should think that about, like, just because a person is woman, it does not mean that they're not going to contribute. Let's just give them a chance. That's it.
So we talked about corporate, and so Vashi, what if you were to, if you were to give a message to society and government, for example, at large, about what they're doing for us, for women employees or women in general, is there anything that comes to your top of mind that, I wish this is how it was, or you feel everything is fine and everything's going on okay?
So, like on the first term that I think the government should make a few policies for women actually, and like the working hours, like for women, I feel that the working hours should be flexible, and because not all the ladies are like single out there, and like at a time everyone has to get married in future, so there should be a work balance and also a timely balance for women. So the weekly time wise, it should be like 10 a.m. to like 5 p.m. and like weekends are usually off. So yeah, few policies should be like made in that way so that women can like balance both their like personal life and the work life as well. And yeah, so I think.
So now that the pandemic, and Devika mentioned certain things, did you also feel some change in the attitude of men due to this pandemic? Do you feel that happened?
Not really. It is difficult for males to sit at home. At times they start cribbing about things. What am I doing? Why am I sitting at home? I want to go out. So for me, I have faced this situation after a point of time, after 15 days, 20 days, he just started, I just want to go out. I don't want to stay at home.
Right.
And it is difficult for a male to help in the household. It was, but after 1 week, my maid came, so there was no problem in my house. So for it is different for every male, I think. So for me,
Sure.
it was very similar situation.
Hemani, how did the pandemic change things at your house or your family overall? I mean, it didn't change much for us as an organization, I know, but how did it work on your personal front? And any messaging there that that you could probably like to give us?
I think this pandemic has helped me personally. First, after my 3 years of marriage, this is the first time I got chance to stay with my in-laws for like 5-6 months continuously together. That really changed my perspective, and because for me, living in a joint family was always a terrifying thought, honestly. But I think this really helped and create a new bond with the in-laws. If I talk about my husband, so he also started contributing to household works, preparing meals, and so we actually divided work among ourselves, which was a help, and equal respect that okay, definitely during this pandemic the work life balance got little faded. There were no specific boundaries for the office hours, but I think we all should look in a very positive light. We all learned a lot being at home, though it was struggling. So yeah, that's it.
I
So
think
where
we
do we
played a
go
lot
from
of
there?
Ludos.
Sorry?
Moreover, we played a lot of Ludos, though.
I know. So now, look towards the end. Just wanted to understand, where do we go next from here? Let's start with you, Paramita. How do you think this can move forward, and what we can do, all of us can do together for more women empowerment, more equality than what is today?
So there is a requirement for a mindset shift. And I think young minds is where we can really contribute towards, changing the way the boys feel and the girls feel. And I definitely think the parents are now more open, and particularly fathers, I think, have shifted their focus on to their girl child and encourage them to do whatever they wish to do in their life. So I think things are positive. There is a long way to go, but small little changes are happening. Uh, like how Devika was saying, even here in MP, people think daughters are supposed to get married, but yet there are parents who encourage their daughters to pursue their dreams and their careers. In fact, I've come across some trading houses in Ujjain who have let their daughters not only study whatever they wanted, they've even let them go abroad for a job and not push them into getting married, So that I definitely think is the way forward, where maybe we'll stop celebrating Women's Day and
at some point.
just celebrate life.
Absolutely. And so in future, Nazia, do you look forward as being optimistic or feeling, too slow to change, or do you feel pessimistic about how things are going around women empowerment?
I think it is going to grow and grow and grow. I think more than men as well, because our society is really appreciating the women is working, and women have been very vocal about things. And society has been accepting things very, very nicely and very openly. So I think it is going to go, I think it won't take much longer. I think 5 years down the lane, in the society as well, we will be on the equal positions.
Wonderful. So, Vashi, you share the optimism?
So, like self-motivated is a really big factor for all the women out there, and I think you should always like be happy and make your like weaknesses and find the strength in your weakness. So that's a good thing all the girls and women out there should like follow.
Right. Devika, one quick, if you have one thing you would like to see changed, let's say tomorrow, immediately, what would that be?
I guess it's very progressive thing which I'm saying, but it's about LGBTQ rights. Like in our country, we are saying same-sex marriages are not encouraged. But I would say that same-sex relationship should be encouraged. We are just looking at gays right now. We should look at lesbians relationship. Few companies are ready to accept this. They are ready to give support to their employees and ready to encourage and celebrate their partners. So if we are talking about personal life, I guess we should encourage the love which we want. We cannot say that someone is from a different orientation and we should just discourage them, or they should hide, or they should say that just because I'm from this community, I cannot work or have to stay hidden in the society or in my workplace. That's
good. That's wonderful.
I guess in a few years we can accept that. Right now, being a gay is still not acceptable in our country, but being a lesbian is a crime. People are not ready to openly say that. So I guess that's the one thing. Few companies are ready to encourage their employees. We have seen in the past few months.
Right.
And that's the progress I get within a year is quite recommendable for companies and people.
Sure. So Himani, now let's end with this. And what do you think we as an organization can do for women at large or women employees? What do you feel that we need to focus on as an organization?
I think if I talk about organizations in general, the career progression of women leaders. Today also, though all the companies have started talking about diversity, focusing on the women leadership, giving them opportunity, but still that number is very less as compared to men in the corporate. So that is one thing the organizations should definitely focus on, how to mitigate the male ego part. Because I have personally seen that if a woman is leading a team of men, it's not that easy to accept and work under a woman. So there are a lot of things. I think that so the career progression is definitely one part. And if I particularly talk about our own organization, Inner Renovate, I think uh, Nitin, you are already doing that great job with the mission to give a comeback to all the women who were on break or they can't join like a typical 9 to 6 corporate job because of their personal family responsibilities. And we are already a growing team where we have all female members. I'm really excited, and I wish that our team grow with the same intent, and all our team members are doing fabulous job while managing the family and the Renovate work. So I think we are already doing a great job, and we will continue to do that.
You just missed an opportunity to ask for anything. You could have got it, but you just missed that opportunity today. But anyway, thank you very much, Mani, for those words. And we'll continue this. We'll continue the Guftagu. We'll continue our focus on women empowerment. And thank you very much, ladies. I hope that you have a fabulous, focused, your husbands, your partners, your brothers, and your fathers, everybody gives you the attention today and in general in life, and not only today, but have fun. Celebrate. I think this day, for me, it reminds me of a lot of struggle that women take up. And for me, my right from my mother, who has been the who till today tends to keep on working, and I've learned a lot from her on the struggles of maintaining, managing her job, managing the managing home environment. And I think one of you mentioned at that time still, even my mother used to work full days. The responsibility of all the other household was still with her. I mean, I couldn't imagine my father to even do a single thing. I've not seen him do, and that was what the reality I grew up with. And then I grew up. But while growing up itself, my mother used to teach me about how women empowerment and etc. And I saw that after her retirement, she still opened something, kept her busy, opened some hobby classes, and did very well. School itself, and did very well. And then the second change came with my wife, who, it was not about being a woman, but it was a little bit slightly, obviously would have influenced our decision. But when we had our first child, we both had to sit together and decide about who is going to kind of take a back seat in their professional journey. And my wife said she would do it. I don't know whether if she would have said, no, you do it, whether I would have accepted, I don't know. But we did take a conscious call, and she took a step back from a very, I would say, a very successful career journey at that point of time. And then when I saw her struggling to get back into corporate when my children grew up a little bit, it was a very painful experience. For her, I mean, she was much better. I would say she was from a much better management institute than me. She was a topper in her engineering college. I was not a topper. But from all, if you had just put both our resumes together, she would have been a definite sellout, I would say. But here we were, that we were struggling to get her back on her corporate journey. It took some efforts, and I'm happy that she has lost few years in her corporate journey, but she's back. But it took efforts, and I wanted personally, I wanted that this should not happen with the talented women professionals at all. And then, of course, surprisingly, and because it's Women's Day, and I should talk about women in my life. Surprisingly, my daughter, I mean, she's around 15, right? She's 15, and she's the dada of the house, and I am happy sometimes to give her that space. We consult everything with her actually now. Me and my wife, whatever we have to do in our house, we have to have our, we have to have our agreement. Otherwise, it becomes a little difficult. And I'm very happy that she's empowered to do that. I hope she remains that empowered, and other men in her life do not, let go of that empowerment for her. But these are all wishful thinking. From all of us, I think our job is to ensure that we treat everybody as equal as possible. I think that day reminds us of this. For some of us, some men or some parents or some that there is a equality that we are talking about here. The narrative has to shift, and some point of time, like somebody said, we should stop celebrating this day once we are very sure that it's not required anymore. And thank you very much, and thank you for all your views. We are definitely short of time generally, but we would like to continue this series on different topics and ensure that this Guftagoo with us, between us, remains that a conversation, and try to inculcate many things that you've said for our organization. We'll also look at, as an organization, how we can make a difference to a lot of people in the society, especially women who are out there. We still have, less than 20% in manufacturing setup, less than 30% women who are working, despite the gender ratio being almost 50-50 in our country. There's a lot of work ahead of us. There's a lot of scope. There's a lot of talent pool that organizations keep on ignoring just because of whatever mindset that has been prevailing in our country. Having said that, all the best, and hope to see you soon with some other sessions of Guftagoo. Take care.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.